Well, I think the last time I recorded one of these videos was the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. And quite honestly, I probably should have been at home making love to my wife. But I wasn't. I was out here recording for you because that's how much I love you. Welcome to PKSRUNS. Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Paul. This is PKSRUNS. And yes, back on the 14th of February, I recorded my last one-shot video. The idea being that I could kind of brain dump where I was at with my running and not worry about the edit. It's the editing that causes time and, honestly, stress, and I can't be bothered with it. As much as I want to be a YouTuber, I find the actual workload pretty tiring. So, I'm Paul. I am a 2:45 marathoner. My most recent race event at the marathon distance was 2:47. That was Valencia last year. It was a bit disappointing, if I'm honest. Just didn't feel right on the day, but that is the way the marathon goes. And this year, honestly, has been the most stressful year I've had in a long time. I have had a lot going on mentally, personally. There have been some amazing highs. I got out to go snowboarding for a week to see my daughter, who was out in Maribel. I got to visit again in April for the Easter weekend. I've been out to Texas, I've been to Washington, and my running has been up and down. I have really struggled to reach consistency. I talked about this on the last video I did record, which was a video that I recorded for Pulsio. They sent me out those compression boots. Yes, I'm still using them almost on a daily basis because honestly they do make a huge difference. Over the last 5-6 weeks, my volume has been able to remain high, and that has been so encouraging. I am just doing lots and lots and lots of easy, slow miles. Valencia, though, wasn't the last race that I ran. The last race I ran was on Sunday. It was a local 10K, and for reasons that I won't get into, I made a bit of a prick of myself online afterwards. Honestly, just being PKS, the number of times people have said to me, "Oh, Paul, you shouldn't have said that." Oh, I do it all the time. Family gatherings, family parties, work events, all sorts. If there's a line, normally you'll find me over it. Anyway, the point is this. I did a pretty high mileage week last week. In the end, I hit 127 kilometers. The point at which I got to the 10K, I had done 100 kilometers. I did 10K kind of warming up. Well, actually I did about 3K to go and pick up my bib. Then I did 7K to kind of just keep moving before the race started. As I've said on the channel multiple times, racing I find annoying because I like doing this, just getting out on my own and running. I leave my front door, I run, I come back to my front door, I shower, and I get on with the day. Very rarely do I drive for a run. For me, that kind of defeats the object. Though, if I'm honest, the thought of getting up into the hills and on the trails, I do miss. But is it worth the 15-minute drive to get there and back each way? No, in honesty, it's not. So, did 3K, picked up my bib, did 7K. The plan was to keep it nice and simple. I'd actually sent a message to somebody who I knew was a slower runner than me the day before to say, do you want to be paced? I think they're looking for around the hour mark. As it happens, they weren't running it. And I would have been more than happy with that. As it happens, I actually paced a few people into the finish line at the end of the run once I was done, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. So I started out relatively conservatively. Aim of the game, try and keep the heart rate under 142. Noticed pretty soon that my heart rate was in the 150s, so I kind of upgraded my target and thought, well, if I can just keep it in 150s, that'll do. And I found myself comfortably pushing, and lo and behold, at the end of the run I was at 187 BPM. My max heart rate on the run was 192. So according to my Strava, and I'll go with what Strava said in terms of like best efforts, there was a 10k segment in my morning run that I completed in just under 40 minutes. Who gives a shit about chip time or Strava time? That's not the point. The point is this. Last year I talked about kind of my ceiling of what I thought was possible from a heart rate perspective. And I said, look, I just don't think I'll ever get much over 180 from a heart rate perspective. I don't think I can tolerate it. I don't think my fitness is there. And truth be told, I'm getting old. When you look at the old school formula for measuring your max heart rate, when I studied sports science at the age of 16 at college, they taught us your max heart rate is 220 minus your age. Well, I'm nearly 46, so on paper that would give me a max heart rate of something like 174. Now science has moved on. There is all sorts of different things to bear in mind. Maximum heart rate and resting heart rate gives you your resting heart rate reserve, I think, something like that. Anyway, I'm just waffling at this point. The point is this: I got an email even from intervals.icu, which I signed up to ages ago, but I never really pay attention to say that my threshold heart rate had increased based on the fact that I spent 20 minutes comfortably holding a heart rate of over 180. So yeah, great discipline, Paul, in terms of doing an easy 10k, but actually really encouraging, because what it shows me is all of this running that I'm doing now, volume at low intensity, is giving me a significantly bigger engine for when I need it. At the end of that 10k, I did an absolutely mammoth sprint to the finish line. Pace was well under 3 minutes per kilometre. And again, good morning, have a good day. Again, this year I've been really nervous about doing strides, about doing intervals, because my body has felt pretty fragile, and just showed me that at the end of a 10k I had some seriously good pace in my legs. I then went and did another 10k afterwards to make the day's running 30k, which was always my target, and took yesterday off, and now I'm back out here today. So the content on PKSRUNS has been more miss than hit, because honestly my brain space isn't there at the moment to do much more than short form videos. I will explain some of that down the line, but I think we're making progress. That's the important thing. Aiming for another week, this week of 130k. I would like to keep building at low intensity. I would like to keep building with my heart rate sticking ideally under 140. I think the next step is going to be to get some proper threshold training. Currently reading about the Norwegian method. Read Norwegian Singles before Christmas. Honestly, I just thought that was a dating app, but a really, really brilliant book for people who are kind of interested in the threshold, sub-threshold training, but do not have the time to commit to serious amounts of training. And when I say serious amounts of training, I'm talking kind of a minimum of an hour a day. My reality is, because I get up so early, I am training on average about 2 hours a day. So I definitely do have the time. I just have to allocate that well. So anyway, learning about the Norwegian method, I think understanding my threshold pace properly would be beneficial. Until Valencia then, I'm just going to keep on going with this, because what I am noticing is my pace at my low heart rate is improving. I am recovering quickly. I am enjoying running, and ultimately that's all I want to do. So yeah, this video is a little bit all over the place. It's a bit messy. It's not massively on point, but in honesty, that's who I am. Those of you who have been around the channel long enough, you know who I am and what I do and what I'm about. I am just going to keep on keeping myself to myself, getting these long runs done, enjoyed. Don't know what we're going to do for Valencia yet, haven't decided. I'm actually seriously tempted just to keep it going for as long as possible. Maybe even just do a 4-week sharpening program, do a little bit of speed work and just rely on the aerobic engine. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, that's enough from me. Do let me know where you are on your running journey. Always love engaging with you. We will get back to doing Monday night lives at some point when everything in my life has calmed down. So folks, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. I'll try and make it a little bit more what's the word? Regular. There it is. I'm struggling. I'll speak to you again soon.